Pay attention to your friend, give support by keeping silence and listen from your heart. Please welcome Liu Shen.
A very good morning to the teachers and my fellow colleagues, fellow friends. I'm Yushin from 6th grade school, and today I would like to share my stories of talking about leading. So I'll start my story from my childhood and experiences. I used to live in a family with low income, which means both of my parents, they used to work a lot. And they started a very small business when I was small, which means they do not have enough time to accompany me most of the time. And the time that I'm without my parents, I'm forced to send to a lot of relative houses, like my aunties, uncles, and grandparents and all those. I was spending time with my grandparents for most of the time, and I feel like I'm more like a thing rather than a human, which I've been sending like a parcel to a lot of people. And then even like going to shopping also, my first shopping, I think I went with my auntie. And then like during some meal time, I can feel like all the relatives, they are talking to each other, and then they have been having their chillax and those. But I'm just a kid, which I'm not even their family member, so I was always away from all those like chillax and talks. Yeah, this is when I was sending to some relative house, and it was a rainy day. Then even at night, I used to I sleep with those relatives and uncles. I used to spend time with my parents and all those. Until I was standard 1, everyone is like making their own friends. But that time, I found that I cannot make friends with any of them because I feel like they are the one who are going to leave me one day. So why should I still give my bottle of heart to them? I feel like it doesn't work. Like if I even want to accept the leaving at the last, then why should I still talk to them at the first? This is a picture, which means like everyone is exchanging their heart, but then I'm the one who choose to exchange my apple. To see one of them. And then I feel like I have a very strong boundary with all of them, which means I don't share emotions, I don't share feelings with them. I just like people who always away from everyone. It's like a cycle. This is like a parcel like that, which means I have met my parents, and then my parents send me to my grandparents, and then I was sent to aunties, sent to uncles, and then which means like whoever that's free, then I'm with you. And then even my pets, I have few dogs in my childhood, but then they pass away one by one. So I feel like even pets, they are not with you all the time. They're just like, they come to you and they leave so fast. Until one day, I met a big incident in my life, which my mom, she told me that my calligraphy teacher, he got lung cancer. He's my calligraphy teacher for 7 years, from I was standard 3 until I was form 3. And then he's like accompanied me from my 9 years old until I was 15. So it's like he didn't leave me at that long period, and he used to like accompany me most of the time. So I feel like I actually cannot accept and I cannot believe like how can he suddenly like got this kind of serious disease, and even we just met last weekend. And then I started to like think of me and his memories. It's like a carousel running in my head. And that picture is when I was just started at the beginning of my calligraphy learning journey. And then I started to gain prizes. And at last, I can even write a very good calligraphy essays. And I was so, I just can't believe that. And then I went into a very down emotion. I started to cry. I cry whenever, every second that I think of him. It is a very special incident actually because I haven't go through this kind of process in my life. He's the first person who leave me, leave me, and he's never going to come back to me again in my life. And then I start to reflect, I start to reflect that why don't I spend enough time with him? And I start to think I'm not the one who think that why will I meet him at the beginning if I know that one day he will leave me. But instead of that, I was thinking that why don't I have enough time with him and have longer time with him? And the day that I saw his coffin, I was not crying. I think my tears went empty in my eyes. But I cannot cry already because I cried finish. And then everything is in my mind, and I was keep thinking, how can a person suddenly leave you like that? And then the way that I treat someone from the beginning of my life is that I always have a boundary with everyone. But at this point, I was thinking, why don't I just go off my boundary and spend more time and more memories with him? Because I found that our memories, even our pictures we took, is only 2 pictures. It's everything is limited. And then I was trying very hard to step out of this boundary. And at last, I can say, fortunately, I get to do that, which means I started to step out of my boundary. I started to make friends and talk with my families and others. And I found that when I come out from this situation, I found there's still a lot of people my aunties, uncles, my grandparents, even my parents, they actually love me a lot. And the one who didn't notice is me. So after that, I start to exchange my bottle of heart with everyone. And this picture is my world start to have colors. I start to talk to my parents and I have chats with them. I start to share my emotions and start to share my feelings with them. I start to make friends and I start to take part in a lot of proposed activities. Even my grandparents also, I will spend time with them to accompany them and a lot. This is my calligraphy teacher. And this was the picture when I was Form 2 and Form 3. So after that, I'll make a lot of changes, take part in activities, school activities, and then even St. John's activities. A lot of things. I make friends and I do a lot of things which it's not happening in my early stage of my life. So I want to say is that 离别是世界上第2浪漫的事情，因为我们从此离别后，每一次的相遇都会是重逢，而重逢是世界上第1浪漫的事情。And apparently is the world's second most poetic thing to happen, as the reunion that comes after it is the world's most poetic event there is. And even you cannot control the living in life, I would say 如果我们控制不了缘起人灭，何不珍惜当下？ If we cannot control every part, then why not we accept it and appreciate what are still with us now. And that's all for my stories. So, I'm sharing of merits now. I need everyone to put both of your hands in front of your chest. Close your eyes. I would like to share the merits I have gathered today with my parents, my teachers, my friends, and my beings. May they be well and happy. May they be free from danger and be blessed with good health. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef, for your wonderful sharing from your bottom of your heart. So how do you feel after and before sharing? Oh, shoot.
This is my first time talking in front of public without a script. And I actually spent time with my slides, which means like all of my slides, I draw it one by one. And then I feel like after I share this thing, I get to talk more from the incident which my favorite teacher he gave me in my very early stage of my life, and which he gave me a very big impact of my life. I have to thank him a lot. And like what Contan said earlier, this is a gift that my teacher gave me. Thank you.
And for your information, yesterday you shared also just become Johan of badminton. So after resolving the boundary, you realize a lot when you flash back. So this is early stage of your life. Now you are in your early 20s. Okay. So with this kind of realization, actually, it will bring you further when you move forward to later in your varsity life. So very great. So I hope all of you will also have this kind of realization. It's not about the story that your friends share here. Everybody has different story. But the point is, what is the lesson behind the story? What is the realization that make you feel what you have learned and move forward? What we want to see is that little step. More of internal exploration, not so much on the juicy story. The story is only helping us to connect finally to our own self. Because we are the person who are going to walk the path until the end of the day. We are the one who are going to pay back ourselves. So like what we do in every Friday, like I said, take the 20 minutes to learn to be with yourself. Be the best friend of your own self. Because when you are up or when you are down, you are the first person to be very close to yourself. Your friends, your family merely can accompany you. But you are the key person. You have a lot of choices in your head. By just uplift the awareness and the realization. What is happening to me? Okay? So thank you so much for your share. So another announcement will be from the upper sixes. I think I shared the Google form few I cannot remember what day I shared. So that is for a volunteer group who are going to help Chinese students applying their UPU later on. So before the UPU application, you actually need to do some homework regarding your potential, what you like, and also the career path that you want to join later on. So of course, when you join that big group, because that group contains all the Chinese students from Malaysia, whoever want to join, and that's extra information. So the more proactive you are in a group, the more info you will get from the volunteers. So the volunteers mainly from different schools. They are counselor, they are phonics teacher, they are lecturer from local university. All are Chinese, but the language they are using is English because we want to uplift the fluency of English among Chinese students, especially when you are doing the interview later on. For certain course you interview, you really need to polish that part of you. Not only language, your manner, the basic manner that you need to have. So if you are interested, quickly join, fill in the Google form, then they shall invite you to a link. So when you go into the link, you self-introduce yourself. Because it's going to close, I think, 30th November. So before that, make sure you join. It's up to you, not forcing. Another announcement will be